Many people are leaving America right now. They're actually fleeing America. Some have it figured out and some don't, while others are just trying to figure it out and see if it's even doable for them. Some have money to do so, and others have little to no money to even make that exit.
If you're American and you're still living in the US, would you move to another country if you didn't have an issue with the visa or work authorizations? Like, if that was no issue, would you move? I'm an American who is originally from Colorado. I moved to Paris, France for work in 2020. And so, of course, I was able to secure a visa. I've been here for almost 5 years. And during this time period, I've often wondered, would my fellow Americans move outside of the country if they didn't have to deal with the visa situation?
Let me know down in the comment section below if you have considered moving out of the country or if any of your family members have considered moving out of the country. Myself and my husband actually have talked about that, and it hasn't even just been this year. We've been talking about it at least since like 2019, 2020. We just haven't even taken the steps to do so. A lot of it is out of fear, and job and income is the biggest reason and the biggest thing that's holding us back.
Genuinely asking because I'm curious. I'm not one to fearmonger, but I am wondering how many of us are researching getting out of the US of A, and what are the things that need to happen in order for it to trigger that reaction? I fear that I will wait until it's too late and everybody's trying to do it at the same time, but I also don't want to live in fear, and I love my life in New York City, and I don't know another language because I had education in the United States and they don't value that. You get 2 years after you're 15 when we all know you're supposed to learn it younger.
What she just said was another reason. You don't want to move to another country, at least not myself personally. I would at least like to have some knowledge and be able to speak some of the actual language in the country in which I'm moving to.
102% spike in Americans leaving the US in the first quarter of 2025 alone. Are we surprised by these numbers? I'll tell you why people are leaving. Number one, healthcare costs, especially for retirees, the cost of living, the political climate, and people just want better opportunities.
Oh, we're looking at leaving. We're going to look at Canada and Portugal. Those are the two places we're looking. I can't even believe that I have to say this, but I am not going to sit and wait and hope that what we're seeing unfold doesn't actually happen. I'm not. I'm almost 60. What does that give me? Another 25, 30 years? I'm just keeping it real here. I don't want to live it like this. It's just not. No, I don't want to. And so do I want to leave my country? No. But my country kind of disappeared around 2015. And now it's unrecognizable to me. And so we're going to do a little research. We've got our Go stuff packed, all our documentation. We are going to check out Canada first, probably come back here, go check out Portugal, come back here. Maybe Turkey. I'm not sure. It depends.
I'm fleeing the United States. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. I'm fleeing the United States. I am leaving the United States for the last 4 months of the year in hopes of finding a place that I could potentially move to and relocate to permanently.
I am doing all the research that I need to do to discover what I need in order to enter into most of these countries. Most of them that I'm going to, I don't need a visa for. So that's cool, right? That's less money I have to spend, but I have to navigate the flights that I need, navigate where I'm going to be staying, all of those things.
Sometimes people don't have a plan put in place. They know what they want to do, and they don't have it all exactly figured out. They just know that they want to leave the United States. So as in one of the clips, you just saw that lady, she's going to travel a couple of different spots, and then I think from there, she's probably going to settle and probably not come back. I think it just depends on circumstances and what happens and what she finds. But then you saw the older lady that was there, and she's going to, possibly Turkey. They're looking at Canada and looking at Portugal. And I think that's a really wise, decision to make. Travel these countries and see how you like it. See how well you fit in there, and see if you can see yourself permanently before uprooting your whole life and going to a country and deciding that you don't like it or it's not for you.
Living in the political climate now is exhausting. I'm a single mother of 2 children, a 4-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. what is going on in this country and what should I do? I don't know if I should stay. I don't know if I'm being dramatic when I say that I'm trying to leave. I don't know if that's me being dramatic. I don't know if I should go ahead and take the steps to leave, but I can't take the steps to leave because I have no funds. I'm not working at the moment due to not having help, not having anyone to pick up my children from school. So I have no way to work at the moment. But it's freaking scary. Right now, I don't think I've ever felt this sense of urgency at all. Maybe because I have children, but I'm trying to leave the country, at least for a little bit, to see how things go. I don't know if I plan on coming back. I don't know how things are going to go.
You criticize one thing about the United States and they're like, leave. If you don't like it here, then just leave. I don't think most Americans realize how hard it is to leave the United States legally without risk of being deported back here. Like, it is incredibly difficult, even for you. Like, most of us don't have the mobility to do that. A lot of Americans are more akin to animals trapped in a cage. Like, there is no practical, plausible way for you to leave the United States safely without the chance you're just going to get sent back here. Like, that is what I think is crazy. And it's kind of odd that those people don't question that, because if a lot of people could easily leave the country, they would.
This young man has brought up a lot of great and valid points. I don't think people really realize exactly what all goes into moving. I think sometimes people make a rash decision. I'm going to leave. I don't want to be here. Let me just find the quick way out, and not looking at everything that could happen, all the potential things that could happen. And I'm okay with like winging it. I don't have to have everything planned out. I'm not that type of person. I can wing it and be just fine, but in this circumstance, this is not a wing it and just be just fine, situation, especially when you possibly, depending on your circumstances, you have family members, you have kids, you have a spouse, that all take into consideration. So also with that being said, I don't think a lot of people are fond of Americans right now. I don't think that a lot of people care for a lot of Americans right now. And of course that can, happen even here. People come from overseas and wherever, and they don't care for us, I'm sure too. But, going into somebody else's country and you are a foreigner, so not only are you a foreigner, but you're an American, foreigner, expat, whatever you want to call yourself at that point. And again, just with what's going on, a lot of people don't look at us, and some people feel bad for us and some just don't. And I actually see that in the comment section a lot. Lately, I've actually been seeing that in the comment section a lot, where people say this is what Americans deserve, this is what you guys get for voting a certain way. And people are not being too kind all the time to Americans, so that's something else to take into consideration before moving. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.